Real Estate Talk on Smart Talk 1580.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Real Estate Talk. I'm your host, Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. We're live this beautiful Saturday morning, broadcasting from the Valley Talk studios of KGAL KGAL Radio at Silver Falls Dermatology, the old library building in Albany. I'm going to start the show today as a proud dad. And this is a Real Estate Talk, real estate radio show, but I'm going to take just a couple seconds of your time, and I'm going to talk sports. I am not Radio Ray. It is not from the sidelines, but I want to talk sports for just a second. Spent the last 3 days watching tennis. It's high school district tennis, and our district, which includes Lebanon, West Albany, South Albany, Corvallis, Crescent Valley, Woodburn, Silverton, and Dallas. I think I've got them all. A lot of tennis going on over in Corvallis. It was the District 5A tournament. And big shout out to Chelsea Clark from West Albany High School, who defended her title as district champion. Will be moving on to states. And proud dad here, my daughter Lindsay and her partner Ellie Kale played and took third place in districts. They've also qualified for states next week. So very, very proud of them. And then congratulations to Alana and Mesa, the Corvallis doubles girls who won the tournament. Great job. A lot of exciting tennis. Absolutely fun to watch, but a big shout out as a proud dad, as a tennis dad. So it's almost lunchtime. If you're hungry, you want to taste on us. That's a $10 Quiznos gift certificate for the first person this hour to email dave@kgal.com and mention Taste on Us. That Quiznos certificate for the Albany Quiznos store. I would like to take a few seconds to remind you at the start of the show today about Homes for Heroes. Homes for Heroes is a national program that offers rewards to our local heroes for their services when buying, selling, or refinancing. When a hero works with an affiliated real estate professional or an affiliated lender, they will receive that reward from the national organization after they close. Heroes in our community include active duty and retired military, police and peace officers, first responders, nurses, and other medical professionals, and teachers and educators. If you're a hero or if you know a hero who serves our community in one of these areas, go to or send them to www.homesforheroes.com and have them sign up. Service deserves its rewards. We spent this week, it was Teacher Appreciation Week, and Mike Wilbur, who's the lender affiliate for Homes for Heroes, and I went around to the Albany and the Corvallis schools and dropped off red vines as a little way to say thank you. So thank you to the teachers. It was Teacher Appreciation Week. Today we're going to continue with some listener questions. I've been doing that the last couple of shows because I've got a backlog. I think we've got some really good questions today, and I hope you find the answers to be just as good. So stay tuned for that in our coming segment. But I want to do the real estate showcase, and now Real Estate Talk is brought to you in part by Hayden Homes. And with that, I would like to turn the real estate showcase over to John Ford.
Hi, this is John Ford with Hayden Homes. Today I've got two homes I'd like to feature from our North Albany communities, North Creek and North Point. Our first home is located at 2646 Red Oak Street, and that's at our North Creek community. The Hudson floor plan is a well-designed, mid-sized home at 1,575 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. This home is a spacious entry hallway and expansive living room, adjoining dining area and open kitchen with ample cupboard storage and plenty of counter space. Spacious and private master suite offers a dual vanity bathroom with stand-up shower and large walk-in closet, while the other 2 bedrooms share the main bath. Other features in this home include black GE appliances, cherry stain birch cabinets staggered in the kitchen, raised bath vanities in both bathrooms, glass subway tile backsplash throughout, gas fireplace, front yard landscape with underground sprinklers, and so much more. For just priced at $187,990, you can have this home today. HOA dues are $200 a year. To get to North Creek community, take Highway 20 west towards Corvallis, head north, that's a right on North Albany Road, west, that's a left on Gibson Hill Road, north, that's another right on Crocker Lane, and then west, that's a left onto Cluster Oak Avenue. My second home is at our North Point community, located at 957 Belden Lane, Northwest. The Metolius floor plan is a spacious home at 1,787 square feet, two-story home with 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. The Metolius offers a spacious living room, adjoining dining area, and open kitchen. The master suite has raised dual sink vanity bathroom and large walk-in closet. Upstairs laundry room as well. This home sits on a corner lot and has an alley access garage. Features in this home include black GE appliances, birch cabinets staggered in the kitchen, raised vanities in the bathrooms, granite counters with ceramic tile backsplash in the kitchen, gas fireplace, front yard landscape with underground sprinklers. Priced at only $189,990. The HOA dues at this community are $78 a month, which also include yard maintenance. Again, that is 957 Belden Lane Northwest. To get to North Point, take Highway 20 west, turn north on Northwest Spring Hill Drive, west on North Point Drive, north on Belden Lane.
And thank you, John Ford. Again, Real Estate Talk Now brought to you in part by Hayden Homes. My last showcase home today is one of the few homes available in Lebanon right now. And again, there's so few homes on the market in Lebanon, but this is in, I really think, the sweet spot in terms of price in the Lebanon market. It's worth you knowing about this home if you're hunting over there. Located at 495 West Ash Street, it's a gem. It's in picture-perfect condition. Updates and upgrades to cabinetry, carpet. There's marble tile counters. There's an awesome open floor plan, which is perfect for entertaining. It is 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, a fully fenced yard on an oversized lot. This home is, again, right in the sweet spot of the Lebanon price market at $159,900. If you want more information on any of our participating homes, send us an email at realestatetalk@kgal.com. If you have a question, send that in via email too. We're doing a lot of listener questions the last couple of weeks. I think it's kind of getting ready for summer. Lots of people are getting their questions in here, and we're getting them answered so they can go out and take advantage of the market conditions today. And you can always find us as well on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/Real Estate Talk on KGAL. If you're not currently working with a real estate professional and you would like a market analysis on any property, whether you're buying or selling, send me the address, realestatetalk@kgal.com. I'll provide that market analysis at no obligation. Certainly, I'd like to be on your team, and if you want an agent that's 100% on your side, that's my commitment to you. I only work with one client in any real estate transaction, so give me a call or send me an email today. Finally, this segment, Willamette Neighborhood Housing Services provides an exceptional home buyer education program, a great place to start in your home buying process. And for you, listening to Real Estate Talk right now, if you're not currently working with another agent and you want to take this class, email me, realestatetalk@kgal.com. Let me know the date, and I will pay the course tuition for you. I so believe in the program. I believe in the education you get there. I think it makes you a powerful buyer in today's real estate market. Okay, with that, let's take a break. When we come back, listener questions. This is Real Estate Talk on KGAL.
Would you like to eat your way to sexy? Author Elizabeth Somer has shared nutrition tips with First Lady Michelle Obama and Dr. Oz. On May 11th, she will share breakfast tips with you at the Eat, Play, Live Food and Fitness Affair at the Salem Conference Center. Bobby Dean will also be there to transform one of his mama's favorite meals into a lighter, leaner lunch. Don't miss the opportunity to shop, work out, buy vegetable starts, sip wine, and have fun with friends. Buy your tickets today at salemhealth.org.
Since 1989, Hayden Homes has been building homes of quality and value in the Northwest. Hi, this is John Ford with Hayden Homes. Your beautiful new Hayden Homes is waiting for you right here in Albany. With 6 communities and countless floor plans to choose from, you are sure to find one to call your home. Move in today to one of our ready-built homes or personalize your own. Hayden Homes has been building in Albany since 2002 and truly is your hometown builder. Prices start in the upper 130s. Stop by one of our model homes at Hannah Estates or North Creek. For more information, visit hayden-homes.com today.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh coat of paint? Now is the time to call Halcyon Painting. Halcyon Painting will give you a written estimate. They'll stick to it, and they guarantee their work. At Halcyon, the job isn't done until you're satisfied. Call Halcyon Painting today, 752-7251. Call Halcyon Painting today, 752-7251.
Halcyon Painting will prove it to you what makes your paint job better. We do.
Call me now, 541-752-7251.
Buying or selling real estate can leave you with a lot of questions.
Should you offer less than full price? Can you now go back and accept the original counteroffer? Your realtor asks you how much earnest money you intend to put down. Should you hire a real estate agent when you're starting out your search for a home?
Dave Pautsch has the answers, only on Real Estate Talk.
We're live every Saturday talking about what's actually going on in the market here.
Real Estate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on 1580 KGAL.
The Corvallis OSU Symphony Orchestra performs the final concert of this, their 107th season, Tuesday night, May 21st, 7:30 at the LaSalle Stewart Center. There's no need to travel to hear the finest in classical music. For over a century, the Corvallis OSU Symphony has provided quality performances right here in the Valley. This year's final performance will feature Symphony No. 5 by Gustav Mahler. Considered to be one of the monuments of classical music, it was a declaration of love to the woman he would soon marry. Marlon Carlson will direct. Tickets are available in advance at Grace Winds Music and Grassroots Books and Music in Corvallis. Also available online at cosusymphony.org. If you haven't attended a performance this season, if you've never been, come enjoy the Corvallis OSU Symphony season finale. Tuesday night, May 21st, 7:30 at the LaSalle Stewart Center on the OSU campus.
The Car Show, Saturday afternoons on News Talk 1580, KGAL.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. Real Estate Talk is your only resource on local radio. Local radio, folks, for real estate information right here in the Mid-Valley. We're always here Saturdays. We spend a couple of Thursdays a month in that Valley Talk time slot. But, you know, if you've missed a show, if you're looking for information about real estate market trends, go to the website, www.kgal.com, and click on the link for Real Estate Talk. So today, as I said, we're going to be continuing to catch up on some of the listener questions. And we've had a lot of listener questions coming in lately by email. And I really attribute that to the buyer demand, the number of people that are in the market that have questions. And I'm also hoping it's because word about the show is spreading and more people are listening, which I think is great. My first question comes from H in Lebanon. Dave, what is a right of refusal and how does it work? Well, thank you, H. A couple different variations on what one might think of as a right of refusal, so I'm going to try and cover both of them. First of all, a right of refusal is, in simplest terms, the first chance to say no. There are a couple of uses for this concept, so again, let me try and separate them out. When I was a kid growing up in Pennsylvania, we lived out in the country, and we lived on a little over 2 acres. And right across the street from us, the country road, there was a farmer, and the farmer had a couple of different tax lots that totaled 35 acres. He kept most of it in corn, which was a lot of fun to play with as a kid. Right across the street from our house, directly across, there was a 3-acre parcel, and again, that was a separate tax lot. My father wanted to make sure that nobody ever bought that and built a house there, because that would have blocked our view of the valley. So he approached Mr. Clock, and he made a verbal agreement with that farmer that if he ever decided to sell that property, that our family, my father, would have the first right of refusal, or the first chance to say no. That he would ask my father, and if at that time my father didn't want to or couldn't buy it, then he could sell it to anybody else. There was no agreement on what the price of the property was, just that we would be given the first opportunity to buy the property. Well, he never went to sell it while we lived there, so never came to it. But as I look back on that now that I'm a grown-up and that I'm in the real estate industry, the question is whether that verbal agreement really had any impact at all. Remember, folks, due to the statute of frauds, all real estate transactions have to be in writing. Verbal agreements to do anything in real estate, not binding. So that was a different time. A handshake may have meant enough to get a deal done if it ever came to it, I suppose. But that was my first introduction to the concept of a first right of refusal. But there's a variation on the concept that I've come to be familiar with, and it's more commonly used in real estate. I think it may be actually what you're thinking about, H. So we'll take a few minutes to talk about the precursor to a first right of refusal, and that is a contingency, specifically or most commonly, a contingent right to purchase. we've talked on many occasions here about what a contingency is. A contingency is a clause in the contract that protects one party or the other as to the occurrence of something or the acceptance of something so that the deal can move forward. I think of contingencies as gates that allow one party, and it's usually the buyer, to walk away from the contract and retain their earnest money. There are some very common contingencies that are built in directly to the standard earnest money agreement, things like financing, inspections, review of the preliminary title report, etc. There are also some contingencies that are commonly written in as additional provisions. Things like being contingent on the seller finding an acceptable home, contingent on the sale of the buyer's property at 123 Main Street, and tons of others. Specific to whatever your needs are at the time when you're writing the contract up. The important thing to remember about contingencies in real estate contracts, and I'm talking about those that you or your agent are writing in those additional provisions or additional addendums to the contract. Make sure they're date limited. Every one of the standard contingencies built into the contract has a little blank spot where you fill in the number of days, and that's the number of days from the acceptance of the contract, that if the contingency is not enacted in writing by that date, then it's assumed to have been removed and no longer protects the principal for whom it was put into the contract. An example of this, to make sure I'm clear. Let's say the contract is contingent on the inspection of the property, standard contingency. The buyer has the inspection completed, but that 10-day or 15-day window goes by with no submission of a repair addendum. They don't ask for any repairs. The contingency now expired, okay? That may cost the buyer their earnest money if they choose to withdraw from the contract at that point, okay? Had they submitted a withdrawal from the contract in writing before that date limitation came to pass, then they would have retained their earnest money. Because they missed that date, they did not submit a withdrawal in writing or a rejection of the inspection report in writing, then they risk their earnest money unless there's some other contractual clause that they can get out of, okay? That date limitation is important. Can they still withdraw? Yes. But, again, you're protecting your earnest money with these dates. So, getting back to the question of a right of refusal, it works hand in hand with contingencies as an agreement that if you have this big old contingency out there and another buyer comes along and submits an offer which is acceptable to the seller, the buyer in the first position has a right of refusal opportunity. And again, it's 24, 48, very commonly 72 hours in which to clear that contingency and move forward or forfeit their first position to the new buyer. So most commonly, this is going to be seen if you as a buyer have a house to sell and your contract says it is contingent on the close of sale of the buyer's house at 123 Main Street no later than 23 May 2011. Okay, folks, it's 11 May today. You have no offer, Mr. Buyer, on your house. There's no offer in place. The seller gets an offer today, and that offer is acceptable to them. Remember, it doesn't have to be better than yours. It just has to be acceptable to the seller. They can accept it into second position, or commonly referred to as backup position. At that time, they will probably enact that 72-hour right of refusal clause, which gives you 72 hours to remove your close of sale of buyer's house at 123 Main Street contingency. So, what do? You can do that by getting an offer and removing the contingency. Okay, you get an offer this weekend also, you could remove the contingency. You could obtain alternative financing to allow you to move forward. Things are out there like bridge loans, or maybe you actually can qualify for both loans to be able to do that. Or you can just remove the contingency. You can place a bet and hope that it all works out. Frankly, I think that's not really advisable, but any course of action should be thoughtfully considered and all of the consequences looked at. And, it may not be a bad time to talk to an attorney to determine what the best course of action is for you. It's one of those times when your real estate agent can advise you about the real estate piece of it, but you may need an attorney to talk to about the legal side of it. Keep in mind, it also it does not just have to be a house sale on the buyer's part that enacts this type of a contract addendum, the 72-hour right of refusal. Any significant contingency could be subject to something like that. So, for example, I have a client right now who lives out of state. We did, and this was kind of cool, I'd done it before, but we did a showing on FaceTime the other day on a home that they thought they might like. And we thought, this is going to be pretty competitive in the market based on the location, based on the house, based on the price. They didn't want to risk losing it because they weren't going to be able to get here to physically see the house. Okay? So we did the showing on FaceTime, and they decided to write an offer. Great. They thought, well, we like it well enough. Let's go ahead and write an offer and protect our interest. We made that offer contingent on the buyers actually having the opportunity to come and see the property in person. And yes, we put a date limitation in there because we thought that was the fair thing to do. We also extended the inspection period out beyond that date to give them the opportunity to not have to invest that $350 or so in a whole home inspection on a house that they still might not buy. So again, that's another issue with contingencies and the date limitations. You need to make sure that you are structuring everything in terms of when the requirements for outlaying money and things like that kick in. Okay. So I explained to them that it was possible that the seller might accept their offer subject to them signing a right of refusal. So a 72-hour right of refusal would give the seller the opportunity that if they got another offer on the house, they'd be able to force my buyers to make a decision to either remove that contingency because they hadn't been able to get up or to step aside. So luckily, I think the buyers are actually coming up today, so we're going to go take a look at it, and that won't be an issue. But folks, the right of refusal, H, thank you for asking the question, is a very useful tool. It protects, in this case, the seller from getting stuck in an endless waiting game, but it also has some elements that protect the buyer as well. It protects their position, and it reduces their risk of losing their earnest money. So right of refusal, commonly, again, used in a contingent purchase when you have a house to sell. There is some other applicability to it as well. So talk to your realtor about that, or if you have another question, a follow-on question, send that in to me. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue with listener questions. This is Real Estate Talk on 1580 KGAL.
I'm Candy the Seal, and I sit in the sun. Eating raw fish is my kind of fun. I live at the Oregon Coast Aquarium.
Well, I'm a sea lion.
And I'm an otter.
I lay on the beach.
I play in the water.
We live at the Oregon Coast Aquarium.
We're all together, and we have friends with fur and flippers and blubber and fins. We live at the Oregon Coast Aquarium.
In Newport.
For the place that has a lot of everything Christian for less, come to Tree of Life Christian Outlet. And if you've never been to Tree of Life Christian Outlet Sidewalk Sale, you've missed the biggest sale in Corvallis and beyond for Christian merchandise. That's right, the biggest Christian book sale in Corvallis and beyond is this Thursday through Saturday, just in time for Mother's Day. Don't miss your opportunity this time to choose the perfect gift for Mom from thousands of books from her favorite authors at 50% off. Bibles at 40% off, and apparel and gifts 40% off. We've actually moved part of our warehouse to Corvallis for this once-a-year sale. Hundreds of Witness t-shirts, all sizes, starting at $5.99 each. You don't want to miss this sale, and Mom won't want you to. You'll be able to buy thousands of Bibles and books at wholesale prices. The first 100 customers will receive a free book. So get to Tree of Life Christian Outlet, your local Christian resource center, for this once-a-year sidewalk sale. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Call 888-33-BIBLE or come see us at Kings Boulevard in Corvallis, right across from Fred Meyer's.
Going out to lunch at a nice restaurant can be expensive, and the big portions put you more in the mood for a nap than a productive afternoon. Mama's Fine Italian to the rescue. The small appetite senior menu is just right. Anyone and everyone is invited to order from the Light Appetites menu for lunch from 11 to 4 p.m. with tasty entrees beginning at only $4.95. Why go hungry or go anywhere else for lunch? Eat healthy, eat light at Mama's. Closed Sunday and Monday, so make the most of Tuesday through Friday and join your friends at Mama's for lunch. Dinner only on Saturday. Mama's features charbroiled steaks every day. Make reservations for dinner or pick up a bottle of fine wine. Seating is limited, so please call for reservations. 541-451-5050. That's 451-5050. Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop on West Oak between Main and 2nd in Lebanon, across from the Big Blue Napa Auto Parts Building.
Need to sell your unwanted items or want to sell your own arts and crafts? Want to buy a gift or something for your home or self? Then be at the Cheetah Lake Market today at Cheetah Lake Park in Lebanon. Want to sell anything? Are you an established vendor? Pay just $15 for a 10 by 10 space. Want to buy anything? Pay just $1 for admission. Vendor space and admission proceeds help Cheetah Lake Park. Everything else is yours. Vendor registration forms can be filled at the gate. Presented by the Lebanon Community Foundation. The Cheetah Lake Market today at Cheetah Lake Park in Lebanon.
Into the woods and onto the waters. Listen to Northwestern Outdoors, Saturday nights on Smart Talk 1580.
We're doing listener questions today. Sorry, I had a little bit of a thing there. I couldn't hear myself, but there it is. We're doing listener questions today, and my next question comes from T in Corvallis. T writes, we're working on getting qualified to buy. It looks like we have a few minor things to fix, and it will be about a month until we can get an approval letter. When should we start looking for a house? T, thank you so very much for asking that question. It is certainly something that you should be thinking about, and I'm really glad that you are, because a lot of people actually don't think about that. They just, we're getting qualified, we just want to go look at houses. I say this all the time. It is never too early to start the process of getting ready to buy, whether that's building in the process of getting your approval letter, working through that so that any issues come up, start in a timely fashion. Starting to work with a real estate professional, build the relationship that you find somebody that you like and trust, find a lender that you like and trust, put that team together. It's really not too early to start. I've worked with clients in some cases for over a year working on the process. So great question from that perspective. So the first thing that we need to think about in answering your question specifically is, what are you looking for in a home? And this is an important starting point, because if you are looking for something that is incredibly unique, my advice would actually be to wait to start looking too seriously. Because first of all, if you find it, you're probably going to get your heart broken, because you're not going to be able to write an offer on it. You're not in a position to write an offer on it. And in this market, it's very likely that somebody else is going to write an offer on it. So it's a little bit scary to me. You know, yes, I think you want to keep your pulse on the market, but to go out and start to look at houses, especially if you were looking for something that is very rare out there, I think you're better to wait until you're really in a position to make a move. On the other hand, if you are looking for a fairly standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath home in a nice neighborhood, and you have some flexibility in your wants and needs list with regard to amenities, I really don't think it's a bad thing for you to spend some amount of time with your agent actively looking at houses. Now, I would not say that you should be out every weekend looking at 10 or 11 houses. But when you and your agent have some time, taking in a few houses in your category is a great idea, and it's a great idea for a number of reasons. First of all, it gives you the opportunity to align what you think that you want with what you really want when you see it. Many buyers think that they know what they want, and until they see something else that they hadn't considered that might actually suit them better, they get fixated. So commonly, something like that has to do with square footage, in my experience. I've had buyers who, when they're in the MLS or Realtor.com or Zillow or whatever website they're on, Remax.com, searching, they put a number in there for square footage, hard limitation. I don't want less than this. I don't want more than this. And especially if you're a first-time buyer, you can get thrown off. If you think that you need 2,000 square feet, you might find that it really does more depend on the floor plan and the way the house is laid out. I've had buyers who were hard over. They needed 2,000 square feet, and when it came right down to it, the house they actually ended up buying was about 1,700. But the floor plan really worked out well because it was open and it met their needs. So without them looking at things a little bit around the category and without a little bit of guidance and saying, well, let's throw a wider net and see if we can find something that works, they never would have found that home. So looking at homes in and around your category is a great way to help you understand what you really want. I found in home buying, working with buyers, especially first-time buyers or relatively inexperienced buyers, they think they know what they want, but it's kind of like the game of bring me a rock. Well, what color rock? I'm not exactly sure. Bring me a rock and I'll see if I like that color. Same game looking at houses in many cases. So along those same lines, looking at homes at this point gives your agent the chance to better understand what you really want. Now, most of us representing buyers will walk through the house. Commonly, we're paying more attention to the buyers than we do the house. Depends on the buyer. But frankly, me as a buyer's agent pointing out to you that, well, here's the kitchen, isn't particularly helpful. But me watching you as you walk into the kitchen, trying to identify which of the features that you're drawn to, judging your reaction, your body language, how you're... Interestingly, how one partner, the husband reacts and the wife reacts a different way, it's kind of interesting to help them resolve that they have different wants or needs between them. So that's my job as the buyer's agent, is helping you to identify what it is that you really want. The other thing that I do when I work with buyers, and again, this is a good thing because of even to do early, I guess is what I'm saying, is I try to teach them how to look at a house. When I first start working with buyers, like I said, I try to take that time. We start at the curb, assess the neighborhood. Do you like the neighborhood? Was it okay driving in here? Do you feel okay about the streets, about, the look of the other houses around? What about the curb appeal of the house? Let's take in the general condition of the house. Is it thirsty? Does it need some paint? What's the roof look like? Let's look at the windows. Are they vinyl or aluminum? Are they single, double, or triple pane? Is the siding hardy plank or T111? Is it lap siding, aluminum, or vinyl? And I'm not being judgmental about these things. I'm not trying to get them to decide from my perspective if they're good or bad, but I want them to understand what it is they're looking at and for them to determine, do they like that or do they not like that? Is that something that works for them? Is that something that they're not willing to compromise on? So taking that all in and understanding what it is you're looking for allows you to do a better job and me as your agent to do a better job in comparing the houses that you look at and in finding the houses that really are going to meet your criteria. So looking at some houses now, probably a good idea, but I would encourage you to use some restraint. Keep in mind these 3 rules for looking at homes before you are actually financially approved and ready to buy. Rule 1, please try to only look at vacant homes, or at least minimize the intrusion on the sellers. Interrupting them during dinner time or nap time to schedule a showing when you're not really a serious buyer yet, I would encourage you not to do that until you are financially qualified and ready to buy. So stick to the vacant homes because you're going to be able to see the floor plans, and there's plenty of them out there. Rule 2, kind of a personal note here. Please be respectful of your agent's time. Yes, they need, as your agent, they need to invest time in you. They need to get to know you, and they need to build trust with you. So it's good for you to go out and look at houses together. But it's a busy market, folks, and they very, very, very likely have clients who are ready to buy. And those agents, despite what people think, we have families who love us. So they have to make choices in prioritizing their time. You're not yet completely qualified to buy, so again, this is, you don't want to go looking every weekend. You don't want to go looking every evening. Be a little respectful of your agent's time restraints, and don't hold it against them is really what I'm saying if they say, I have to prioritize here. So select 4 or 5 houses that are in and around what you think you want, and have a fun afternoon going around looking at them and then discussing the results and talking about what you liked and what you didn't like and building that rapport, getting that feedback. That's going to make your agent better able to look through the MLS when you you are ready to say, ooh, I really like this. No, that has this one thing that they absolutely hated in every house we looked at before. Cross that one off the list. Rule 3, don't fall in love. You can't buy it. You can't have it. You're just going to get your heart broken if you fixate on it. I promise. That's just the way it works. Further, if you fall in love at this point, you're going to hurt your eventual negotiating position. If you have waited 2 months because you love this house and it's 2 months until you can buy, and every day on your way home from work you drive by this house and you pray that nobody writes an offer on it because you love this house and you really want this house to be yours, and finally you get your financial qualification in line and you go and you've been stalking this house for 2 months and you get your financial qual and you go to your agent and you go, oh, I want to buy this house, and your agent says, well, you know, they're asking $175. What do you want to offer? I want to offer $180. I just want to make sure we get it. You've completely destroyed your negotiating leverage. Not really the best thing to do, so don't fall in love. So again, the 3 rules, to recap them, and I'm scrolling back in my notes here to make sure that I copy them all. 1, only look at vacant homes, or at least minimize any intrusion on the actual sellers. Don't get their hopes up. Rule 2, work with your agent and allow them to prioritize their time with their families and other clients who are ready to buy. And Rule 3, don't fall in love. So there's the answer to the question. We're going to take a break, and we will continue with listener questions right here on Real Estate Talk.
The Willamette Valley Concert Band, under the direction of Dr. Richard Sorensen, presents a free Memorial Day concert. Sousa meets Gershwin on Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th, at LaSalle Stewart Center on the OSU campus. This free concert will feature songs by George Gershwin, marches by John Philip Sousa, and music from Les Miserables. What more could you want? And it's free. Featured vocalists are Patty Garrig and Paul Pritchard. Also featured will be the choral group Revelation from South Albany High School with director Brett DeYoung, and Rhythmics from West Albany High School, directed by Kate Caffarella. The combined 34 voices will join the band with Gershwin selections, the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and the Armed Forces Salute. Admission is free. Donations will be accepted with proceeds going for music camp scholarships. The Memorial Day Concert by the Willamette Valley Concert Band on Monday, May 27th at 7 p.m. LaSalle Stewart Center on the OSU campus. Bring your friends. It's a free concert.
Relax, refresh at the Century House Bed and Breakfast. If you're getting away for one day or a week, the hot tub, billiards, library, and a comfy suite will make your getaway a memorable experience. Corporate direct billing and discounts for extended and frequent stays available. Enjoy a great stay with all the amenities at the Century House Bed and Breakfast in Lebanon. Call for reservations. 541-259-5592. 541-259-5592.
They are called the world's greatest generation. Because of their sacrifice, we are free today. The movie Honor Flight, One Last Mission shares that story.
We will never, ever forget.
Honor Flight, One Last Mission, with 2 Saturday 1 p.m. showings in the Willamette Valley. May 18th, Albany's Pix Theater, and May 25th at the River Center in Lebanon. Tickets are $10 each, all proceeds helping to send Willamette Valley World War II veterans on an honor flight. Buy tickets at Bertram's Medals Albany, Pix Theater Albany, and the Lebanon Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to Sears Auto Center, sir. This way to the parlor.
You mean the lobby?
No, so that's the foyer. Shall I ring the valet?
Nah, I already parked.
Right.
Butlers would make tire shopping fancy, but they wouldn't make it better. Better is Sears Auto Center, with online scheduling, extended hours, and top brands like Die Hard and the Mighty Road Handler. Buy 3, get 1 free on Goodyear Eagle GTs and up to $80 in mail-in rebate on eligible Goodyear tires. This is convenience. This is Sears Auto Center. Offer ends 5/18. Free tire of equal or lesser value. Rebate ends 6/1. Rebate ranges from $40 to $80. Installation required. See store for details.
Excuse me, sir.
Hi, what do you need?
Pants in a 44 waist?
Looking for something lace?
No, a 44 waist?
A shoelace?
I need a 44 waist.
We don't carry that size.
What? I won a prize?
No.
Stop shopping in no man's land. There's a better way for bigger men to find clothes. Now open. Visit DestinationXL.com to find a store near you. Destination XL. Big on being better.
Yahoo Sports Radio, weekends on 1580 KGAL.
Yahoo! Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity, and Yahoo to you too. So today, listener questions. My final question today is from M in Lebanon. M writes, can you explain cap rate, please? M, you must be thinking about becoming a real estate investor, so that's a good question. Cap rate, or capitalization rate. It's the percentage measurement of your investment, or of how you want or require that investment to grow. Cap rate is your variable in the equation. You as the investor get to control it, because the cap rate is the variable that you will use to calculate how much an individual property or business or combination thereof is valued for you, and what the price is, the most price that you would pay for it in order to earn that capitalization rate. So let's look at it this way. If I take my money and I put it in a long-term CD at, I don't know, I'm going to make a number up, 5%. And there's no risk. I put the money in a CD, I have no risk. I can just sit on it like a chicken sits on eggs, and it'll hatch. Why would I invest in a property that's only going to bring me 4% interest? I wouldn't. If the 30-year bond note, or the treasury note is 8%, and I honestly have no idea what it is today. I'm just making a number up here for an example. If that bond is earning 8% with no interest or with no risk, why would I want to put my money into a real estate investment that's only going to get me 7%? And there's a lot of risk in that. So the cap rate, M, is your variable. You as the investor look at where else you can put your money, evaluate the different levels of risk, and then you get to decide what capitalization rate you need in order to make an investment worthwhile. It's the tool you use to measure investment A over investment B, or it's one of the tools, I should say. But you use the cap rate to come up with a valuation, and the math is really pretty simple. Take the net operating income of the property. So if you're buying a single-family rental home or a multifamily rental property, you need to know what the rents are. You need to know what utilities that you as a landlord are going to be paying. You need to know what the taxes are, the insurance costs, and you also should probably account for a vacancy rate and maintenance expense. Okay, take all that, and you're going to come up with an annualized net operating income. Take that number and divide by your desired capitalization rate. So as a very quick example, and I worked this one up this morning, if you're getting $1,800 a month in rent and you're paying garbage at $25 a month and taxes are $3,000 a year and your insurance is $600 a year, 1 month vacancy rate because it's a fast market, $600 a year for prorated maintenance costs, your net operating income is $15,600. Now, if your desired cap rate was 10%, then you wouldn't pay more than $156,000 for that property. Otherwise, it won't capitalize out for your investment rate, right? It's not going to meet your criteria to pay more than that. If your cap rate was 12%, then you wouldn't pay more than $130,000. And if you're reducing your cap rate to, say, 7%, well, you might be willing to pay upwards of $220,000 for the property. That's the valuation piece. So you can see that cap rate is your variable. Remember, please, capitalization rate's not the only factor you should be accounting for in an investment strategy. You need to understand cash flow. You need to understand cash on cash. You need to understand return on investment, or ROI. And if you're not paying cash, you need to understand the cost of financing or debt service involved in the investment. But capitalization rate, that is your decision on what the quality of the investment has to be, and it does potentially drive the most money that you would pay. It's one of several ways to value investment property. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, my friends, we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, it'll be time for today's Real Estate Market Update. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity, and this is Real Estate Talk.
Treat Bob to our elegant Mother's Day brunch, Sunday, May 12th. Albany Golf and Event Center has become a cornerstone of the Albany community. Family membership just $265 per month, only $225 per single. Over 40 mile members pay just half-price monthly dues. Junior golf sign-ups are now in full swing for $50 per child for the entire summer of junior golf. And for the upcoming pool season, the annual family pool membership is a one-time payment of only $350. Treat Bob to our elegant Mother's Day brunch, Sunday, May 12th. Seating at 9:30, 11:30, and 1:30 p.m. Omelet and carved ham station, eggs, bacon, sausage, salad bar, assorted wraps, pastry table, and chocolate fountain. Complimented with one champagne or non-alcoholic beverage and more. Adults $24.95, $15 per senior, and under 12 just $1. Treat Bob to our elegant Mother's Day brunch, Sunday, May 12th. For reservations, call 541-926-6059.
Real Estate Talk with Dave Pautsch, Saturday mornings at 10 on 1580 KGAL.
You know, Real Estate Talk is focused on the Mid-Valley, and we're live every Saturday talking about what's actually going on in the market here.
Find out what you need to know when buying or selling.
We're going to bring in the perspective of other real estate professionals to make sure that you're getting the full spectrum of information.
Real Estate Talk with Dave Pautsch, Saturdays at 10, and the Real Estate Minute, weekday mornings on the KGAL Morning Update.
When you make coffee, step into a hot shower, fix dinner, or listen to your radio, electricity has played a part. Consumers Power wants to help you be a smart user of electricity throughout your home, from construction design to heating to the most efficient lighting and home appliances. Call CPI today for details on how its rebates for energy efficiency can help save you money. Consumers Power. Smart. Local. Connected.
The Lebanon Community Trails Committee is a group of volunteers working hard at bringing 50 miles of trails to Lebanon. Join us at free guided trail walks on the second Saturday of each month at 10 a.m. Participate in evening planning meetings on the first Tuesday of each month from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Lebanon Hospital. For details on our next walk or how you can get involved in this exciting community group, find us on Facebook or visit buildlebanontrails.com. Listen to this station for details on our free monthly walks. This message made possible by Consumers Power. Smart, local, connected.
Would you like to eat your way to sexy? Author Elizabeth Somer has shared nutrition tips with First Lady Michelle Obama and Dr. Oz. On May 11th, she will share breakfast tips with you at the Eat, Play, Live Food and Fitness Affair at the Salem Conference Center. Bobby Dean will also be there to transform one of his mama's favorite meals into a lighter, leaner lunch. Don't miss the opportunity to shop, work out, buy vegetable starts, sip wine, and have fun with friends. Buy your tickets today at salemhealth.org.
Want to really know more? Just point, click, and learn from the Mid-Valley's best website, KGAL.com.
Welcome back to Real Estate Talk. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. We'll finish the show today with the real estate market update. We'll begin, as always, in Corvallis, where inventory has ticked up 7 from our previous report. Today, 136 active listings, average asking price of $363,107. 119 homes have sold in the past 90 days. That's up 10 from the last update. Currently, 3.43 months of inventory is available. The median sold price in Corvallis over the past 90 days is also up, today at $260,000, averaging $156.63 per square foot. On average, homes spend 95 days on the market from listing to close. In Lebanon, just 68 homes are available for sale. That is down 1. The median asking price, however, is up slightly today at $158,750. Over the past 3 months, 49 homes have sold. That's up 6. And the median sold price down just slightly at $129,900. At $92.04 per square foot, homes spend an average of 109 days on the market, and there's 4.16 months of inventory available for sale. Finally, to Albany, where inventory is up above 200 for the first time in, over a month at least. 209 active residential listings. The average asking price in Albany is also up at $230,424. With 144 homes sold in the past 90 days, that is a move up, folks, of 14 from the last update. The median sale price also up today at $164,900. Homes are spending an average of 127 days on the market from listing to close, and the average dollar per square foot value in Albany is down slightly at $104.90. There is only 4.35 months of inventory available today. Lots of good things in the market updates recently. We are now, as you know, we go back 90 days of sales, so we're into the February time frame, so we're past the holiday time. We're still in some of the winter weather time, but we're really starting to see the market moving. My principal broker the other day commented that she thought last week we put 20 new contracts in our Albany office alone. 20 new, what she calls pendings. I don't call them pendings. They're just new escrows opened effectively. And that's a lot for 1 week. That's just around one per agent in the office. So great numbers. We are starting to see a lot of buyer demand being able to be realized with financing. Buyers are coming to the market. Inventory is still short. We are still very low on inventory, which makes those buyers out there looking at the nice houses. They are competing, and there are plenty of multiple offer situations that are coming up, especially on the very nice, well-priced homes. So what does this mean for you? Where are the opportunities in this market today? First of all, if you are a seller who can sell at a reasonable market price, talk to your real estate professional, find out what the CMA says, and pay attention to that. And if you are looking to sell and can sell within that market price, then it's an amazing opportunity, especially if you are in the market sweet spots. And they're different for every market here in the Mid-Valley, the sweet spot, I mean. But if you're within that market sweet spot, there's a great opportunity for some sellers right now to hold their price. You know, you get to the market priced correctly, and you're going to have activity. Your house is going to get sold. The other opportunity is for buyers who are looking for what I would call repeatable properties, okay? Things that come on the market on a regular basis. You can still find them. They are still very well priced. And knowing that if you buy today is when you're making money on the house. Knowing that you're buying at or just after the bottom of the market, and you're intending to be in that house or for some period of time, 5, 7, 10 years, it's a great opportunity right now to place that chip. Okay, you're at the right part in the cycle, given the interest rates today, given the price of properties today, and given the potential for where you are at in the cycle to really get a great deal. So that, my friends, is the market update for this 11th day of May 2013. If you are thinking about buying a home, again, Willamette Neighborhood Housing Services does a tremendous job helping buyers get educated about what you're going to face in the process. It's important that you have the resources in this market to make good decisions, and Willamette Neighborhood Housing is a great resource. For you, my faithful radio listeners, if you're listening right now and you're not currently working with another agent and you want to take that class, just send me an email, realestatetalk@kgal.com. Let me know the date, and I will pay the tuition for you. I do want to wrap the show today, and one of the things I want to talk about in wrapping up is to talk about Homes for Heroes. This is National Heroes Month. We're honoring throughout the month nationwide teachers, military. I think Nurses Day, National Nurses Appreciation Day was also last week. We have lots of heroes in our community, and I want to talk about this national program that offers rewards to our local heroes for their services when they're buying, selling, or refinancing a home. Again, it's a nationwide program. 44 states, over 750 affiliates across the country have saved over $2.4 million in real estate savings realized to heroes in the 9 years or so since this program started. When a hero works with an affiliated real estate professional or lender, they receive the reward from the national organization after they close. Heroes in our community include active duty and retired military, police and peace officers, first responders, nurses and other medical professionals, and teachers and educators. If you're a hero, if you know someone who serves our community in these areas, homesforheroes.com. Have them sign up. Service deserves its reward. I'm Dave Pautsch of RE/MAX Integrity. We're here every Saturday talking real estate on 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, and Corvallis.
Serving the Mid-Valley for over 50 years. You're listening to News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.